Well, we're here at DCU at the Science Block, about to enter the School of Health and Human Performance, and I'm with our Fit Squad candidates, Susan and James. How have things been going?
Things have been going great.
Yeah, so far so good?
So far so good, absolutely.
How about you?
Very good, yeah. Feel a lot different than I did a couple of weeks ago, so I'm looking forward to it.
This is going to be quite special. There's a bit of exercise involved. Are you set for it? Let's head in. There's a professor waiting in here for us. This is going to be special. Well, we're here in the lab now at the School of Health and Human Performance, and we're joined by Professor Niall Moyna. Niall, what are you going to get Susan and James to do today?
We're going to get them to walk on a treadmill, and as they walk, the treadmill will start, it's like walking up a hill. And we want to measure how much oxygen that they can take into the body. The more oxygen that they can take in, the fitter they are. And basically it's a measure of the function of their heart and their muscles.
How long will we be on the treadmill for?
We like to have the test between 8 to 12 minutes, regardless of how fit you are. We design the test in such a way that it shouldn't last any more than 8 to 12 minutes. It gets relatively tough towards the end, but we'll be pushing them pretty hard.
I noticed you prepping Susan and James. You were checking blood pressure just before we began. That's just standard for an exercise like this? That's
standard practice. There are certain criteria that an individual must meet in order to undertake a test of this magnitude, because it does place enormous stress on their heart and their lungs. So we want to make sure that they're capable of taking the test without any undue event.
But is there a chance that the blood pressure might be up solely because they might feel a little under stress because they're about to do the test?
That's a great point, and in fact that's a huge problem that we have. The vast majority of people who would come into the lab probably would have normal blood pressure, but as soon as they walk into the lab, they see the machine, they see the white coat, up goes the blood pressure. So we're very aware of that. But when the test is finished, we tend to monitor them for up to 20 minutes. And during that stage, the vast majority of people, their blood pressure comes back into the normal range. In fact, a single bout of exercise can actually bring someone who's borderline hypertensive, can actually bring their blood pressure into the normal range for up to 20 hours.
So, how are you after that?
I feel great. Yeah. I just found it very hard with the tube in my mouth trying to breathe properly, but I feel grand now.
They gave you quite an incline to run up towards the end.
Yeah, it was very, very tough near the end, but I just felt as if I had to keep going. Yeah. So, I feel great after now.
You're fresh off that treadmill. How are you?
The legs are a bit shaky, but not too bad. Recovering now. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because I think you forget about the breathing sometimes, and then you just have to kind of get your mind back in the zone and try breathing again. It's quite hard to.
Paul, you've got the results. How did you get
the results? Yeah, great test. Actually, very similar when we compared them relatively to each other. And James's score worked out at around 41 millilitres of oxygen per kilo body weight, which is a very good score, very good. Average for someone James's age is about 43. So it puts him in the 45th percentile, so it's not bad going at all. And similar for Susan as well, so her score a little bit lower, but she's female, she's a little bit smaller, so in about the 45th percentile, so a little bit below average. Average is around 31, 32, so excellent scores and really great effort from the parents. Brilliant.
That looked horrendous.
That was intensive. That really, really was. And they were put through their paces. James, how did you feel with the result?
I was very, very happy with the result. Like as you just said, I was 1 or 2 off an average person in my age. Like 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, I couldn't have done that. Mm-hmm. Definitely couldn't have done it. There's no way.
Same for you, Susan?
Absolutely, yeah. I was actually quite proud that I actually did it, because it was very, very tough towards the end.
And when that result came in, you must have, that level of pride must have risen even higher.
It did, because I wasn't expecting it at all, not after 4 weeks.
It seems quite a short amount of time to be able to change something as kind of serious or as important as that, Kate. I don't know.
Yeah, no. When you actually decide you want to change your lifestyle, in that to the point where you want to get fit and increase the capacity of your heart and lungs, you can do it, but it does take a lot of work. Now we've really been working hard with the guys here in terms of the commitment, but they've been doing all the work for us. So 3 times a week they've been coming to us, but they've also been doing some extra stuff themselves. So realistically, Susan and James have actually been putting in their own homework as well.
Yeah.
So up to 5 times a week, these guys have been actually working out. So 3 times they come to us, they've been doing extra walks, they've been doing cycling, because they're really committed to actually making a difference for themselves. Realistically, you would see a difference after 6 weeks. Okay, so you will see, in 4 weeks' time again, there'll be significant uplift again. But it means that we have to increase the pace somewhat, because now they've found their level, and now we need to increase it a bit again.
Well, like Professor Moynihan just said, that anybody who does any kind of exercise will actually improve their blood pressure and heart rate just after one session, and will improve it for the next 20 hours. And Professor Moynihan, he's got form.
Yes, he certainly does.
He was telling us while we were there, folks, and this is gospel truth, that he used to work with the astronauts sent down from NASA to check their fitness level to see that they were okay to journey into space. You were in the hands of a guy like that.
Yeah.
Very special indeed.
Isn't it? Really special.
Not Irish astronauts, I take it.
No, these are the boys coming out from NASA.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so we've done fitness. Where are we on the weight loss at this stage? We're 4 weeks into it now. I know that the weight loss, it was more you wanted to get fit, but have the pounds been dropping off, the pair of you?
Oh, I did weigh myself a couple of weeks ago and I'd lost a half a stone, but I've just noticed it with the clothes. They're a lot looser.
Yeah.
You know,
fantastic.
So you must discard some of them. So
you must be down a dress size with the half a stone.
Just about, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What about you, James?
What about James?
I was about 1.5 stone gone, and I noticed my clothes, big difference in the clothes. Shirts that never fitted me before, so slowly but surely getting back into them. So
yeah. So you're not looking for the extra comfort sizes anymore?
No, no, exactly.
And will that continue, Kate? I mean,
so what we do is, rather than actually live by the scales, because part of our exercises are to build lean muscle. Okay, so when you're building lean muscle, you're actually kicking the fat out of the way and you're replacing it with lean muscle. So that won't show on the scale. So you'll actually be heavier or as heavy on the scales, but you'll be slimmer. And you'll be toned. So lean muscle is actually good. Right? You don't end up looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger or anything, but you actually replace the fat with lean muscle. So a lot of our exercise routines would involve some weights. Like, so last Saturday morning we were doing weights in the park, down in Bushy Park, and a series of weights and continuous weights done the right way in the right formats with your trainers actually help you get rid of the fat. And the more lean muscle you have, the more fat you burn. So it's a win-win. It's great. So we don't. I would never encourage anyone to live by weighing scales, but definitely by the clothes. They'd be looser on you, and by feeling better and having more energy. So.
Okay.
Well, do you guys feel? Sorry, Mark. Do you guys feel better at home?
Oh, much better. Yeah. Much better. Not as inclined to sit down as often.
Yeah. More energy.
Or read the fridge.
Yeah.
Just don't feel the need for it really anymore.
You'll get to spend more time with the kids.
Yeah.
Exercising.
Yeah. More energy to do stuff that I could never do before. Yeah. Go for walks in the evenings, whatever. It's just great.
Kate, you had to leave us when we were doing the fitness test. So what's your reaction to the results that came back?
I'm delighted for them. The two guys have started from a base of 0 pretty much. When we came out from day one, we had done a pre-session before even the first day here, and they found it really tough to go around, say, a lap of a pitch. So the guys have come from a baseline of 0 to below average, which is fantastic, right? So the effort and energy that they've put into it is working and showing results.
Okay,
so
and we have to keep reminding ourselves they've gone from that starting point to where they are now in 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's amazing the difference you can make in such a short time.
Well, we have another 4 weeks to go before we kick you back out into the real world and you do your own exercises. So we'll bring you back in a month. We all come back and let us know how you get on. Will we put them through that horrible test again or not?
No, in fact, I think they want to put us through.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So be very careful.
That's never going to happen.
They were talking about us going, on that machine backwards.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can do that.
Oh yeah. Twice. Folks, thanks very much.
Thanks very much. Keep us posted. Keep up the good work. Thanks.
Thanks a million, folks.
Cheers, Kate.
Okay, coming up, how will bookworms around the country mark today? World Book Day. We'll be finding out in just a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere.